Hello everyone, this is Ms. Hager here to talk to you about SEL and behavior for this year. So the first thing we're going to talk about is all things SEL. We are going to continue to use Sanford Harmony, so Ms. Moser and I will make sure that you get your Sanford Harmony kits out to you. We're also going to be talking about SEL needs in our MTSS meetings like we did last year. So once again, we'll talk about SEL. In those meetings, we'll talk about what their needs are and whether or not they need to be moved from Tier 1 either to Tier 2, and then once again, if they need to go from Tier 2 to Tier 3. We're also going to be using our universal screener again, which will be the DESA, and we will screen at the beginning of the year for all students in kindergarten through 5th grade. And yes, we did get K2 back this year. So once again, the DESA will be given on the computer by the teacher in kindergarten through 5th grade students this year. And then progress monitoring throughout the year for only red students. And at the end of the year, we will screen all students again to see their growth. Also, please remember after the beginning of the year screener, any student that is red must be given the full DESA. So the mini DESA is what you give at the beginning. Any student that is red, you will give the full DESA, which is the 72 question assessment to any student that is red. And you can see right here attached is the full DESA schedule that will be given, and it talks about who will be receiving the assessment, when it is to be given, who is expected to give it, and then the windows. And as you can see, the first assessment will be starting September 25th through October 6th. And then the full DESA is to be given to any student that placed red in the mini DESA. Okay. Also, from that DESA assessment, Ms. Moser will continue to pull students that are in red and DESA to work on the 8 competencies, along with other students that need to receive her services. Teachers can make those recommendations also based on referrals either from administration, or sometimes parents can request those services as well. We will look at those requests and then make those recommendations to Ms. Moser. There will be no SEL time built in the schedule for morning meetings. This means you will need to integrate your SEL throughout your day. So please make sure you understand that SEL is integrated into your day. That means you can use Wonder, Sanford Harmony. You can do your read alouds using books that you know are good for SEL, but understand that we still will follow the PBIS SEL calendar. It is linked here. And on this SEL calendar, PBIS SEL calendar, you will see that on this first page, there's that SEL resource page. That is a link to some resources that you can go there to find all kinds of resources for you. Here is our character trait word of the week. And then we have the DESA assessment calendar right there that I just showed you a few minutes ago. Here is our matrix, our school-wide matrix that shows you across the top every place located in the school, and then our BARC rules and what the expectations are in each one of those areas. And then also you will see on our calendar, we do expect you still to follow those first 2 weeks. We do want you to be teaching the PBIS expectations. So yet again, we would like for you to teach the PBIS lessons of what the classroom looks like. The lesson plan is linked here in red, and then the videos are there as well, and you may use those. So you can see the PBIS matrix focus. The first 9 days is an overview, and we would like for you to make sure that you're doing those so the students know the expectations. Once again, you can see within the calendar, we have already set the mini rewards throughout the year. And one thing that's going to be a little bit different this year that I'll touch base on in a few minutes are the mini rewards and what we will do on those days. So please make sure that you look at this calendar. This calendar will be updated, but you can see the mini reward here in September is Sports Gear Day. And then if you look, our major reward again will be a carnival day that will be focused on the major reward. And remember, those major rewards are based on their dojo points. So there's the information that you will need to know for all of our mini rewards and our major rewards for the school year. Okay, for behavior expectations this year, I wanted to make sure that I went over a couple things with you. Office referrals. Remember that in order for you to determine if the referral is a major or minor, it is based on the flow chart. And this flow chart is linked right here. So make sure when you're trying to decide whether it is a major incident or a minor incident that you're looking at this flow chart and you're making that decision based on what we consider to be teacher managed and office managed. You guys did an excellent job last year of looking at those office referrals and knowing what you can handle in the classroom and truly what needs to be sent to the office. So as you can see on the left here, this is what's teacher managed, and on the right, what is office managed. The one thing I do want to make sure that I'm touching base on is the 3 bumps is an office referral. So you will need to be tracking that as to how many times those 3 minors. So please make sure that you are writing up in Ed Handbook the minors, because if they have 3 minors, that is considered an office referral, which would move it to a major. Now keep in mind, when you're moving that to a major, you need to make sure it's in a consistent window of time. So you want to make sure that you're not doing a write-up when those 3 bumps were maybe 1 in September, 1 in December, and 1 in March, and then you're trying to do an office referral. Those are too far away. So they need to be reasonably close together when you're making an office referral and not so far apart. Also, just make sure that you're looking at all of these things when making those decisions and doing those write-ups. Also, if the office referral is a major referral, it will need to be entered in an Ed Handbook. It is the responsibility of the teacher or staff member of where the incident occurred with to do the write-up. So that means that whoever you are with, that adult of where the incident occurred needs to be the one that does the write-up. So please understand that Ms. Hayes or I are not the people responsible for doing the write-ups. It is the responsibility of the person where the incident occurred to do the write-up. Also, once again, you can see there, please refer to the PBIS and SEL calendar to understand what our mini rewards are and our major rewards. Also, Class Dojo. One thing to keep in mind is we are going to continue to use Class Dojo to communicate with parents and to give points to students and take away points. This year, there will be no weights given to any negative dojo points. So let's say that you want to take a dojo point and give more weight to someone that pushed, and say some folks were giving that a -2 dojo points. No weights in giving more negative points to certain things than other. We're not going to do that. Each one will have 1 point value. Students should be able to earn points as an incentive. Please do not give students set number of dojo points to start the day. What that means is, say you have a classroom, you're not going to have students start the day with 5 dojo points and then lose some throughout the day. They should be able to earn as many as you want to give them, and then lose dojo points as the day goes on. There should not be a set quota. So we wanted to talk about what's new this year to PBIS, and our wonderful SIT team, and thanks to our wonderful SIT representatives that came up with this idea, and shout out to Ashley Klein. She brought up the house idea, and so with the work of our SIT team and the development of this, we want to bring in the house system. And so, with a lot of research and a lot of groundwork, we are going to be bringing in 8 houses, and these are the 8 houses that you'll see posted outside the testing room, outside the gym. And these 8 houses will represent a lot of our PBIS groundwork. And so you'll hear more about this once our PBIS team meets more to talk about the logistics of it. But you will see more information outside the bulletin board, on the bulletin board. So please go by and see what these 8 houses represent. So with a little more information, the house system will work like this. So teachers and students will spin the wheel to determine which house they will be a part of for the year. And then meeting dates will be on the same day as mini reward days. And then points, total points, will be updated on the board outside the gym, and prizes will be given to the top winners. Now, the logistics of how you earn those points are still a work in progress. I know that Ms. Moser and I would like to meet with the PBIS team once it's established so we can get the groundwork of that. But it will be linked to Class Dojo and that point system. So just really wanted to make sure that you guys knew that that was coming, but we're going to link attendance to it. We're going to link behavior to it. So there's lots of things, but it's truly going to be based on PBIS, which is positive behavior intervention support. And that's all about what this house system is going to be. And it's totally going to be a wonderful way for our kids to link to a mentor and other people in the building. And yes, we are including everyone down to, we hope to include TAs, cafeteria ladies, custodians, office staff. So we want everyone involved. So we look forward to